Hey Pi family, stop everything you're doing right now, because what I'm about to share could literally save your entire investment, or help you avoid the biggest financial mistake of your life. You know what? I've been getting hundreds of messages from Pi holders asking me the same question. Should I sell my Pi or keep holding? And honestly, after diving deep into the data and talking to industry experts, what I discovered shocked even me. While every other YouTuber is still feeding you dreams about Pi hitting $314, I'm here to give you the raw, unfiltered truth that's going to either make you thank me later or hate me right now. But listen, if you're holding Pi coins and you're scared about what's coming next, this video contains every single answer you've been desperately searching for across the internet. You know what I need you to do before we go any further? Head straight to the description and follow my Telegram and Facebook pages, because that's where I drop the real insider information that YouTube's algorithm doesn't want you to see. Trust me, the exclusive content I share there has already helped thousands of Pi holders make better decisions with their investments. Alright, let's rip the band-aid off, because I'm not here to lie to you like everyone else. Pi is currently trading around 34 cents, and you know what that means if you bought in earlier this year? You're down a devastating 80% on your investment, and I can almost feel the pain through the screen because I've been in your shoes with other projects. The trading volume is absolutely pathetic right now. I'm talking ghost town levels on most exchanges. When I look at the order books, it's like watching a desert with maybe 2 or 3 small buy orders scattered around. But here's what really keeps me up at night about Pi's situation. These massive token unlock events are happening like clockwork. Just recently, they dumped 163 million tokens worth roughly $60 million into the market. And guess what's coming next? Another gigantic unlock is right around the corner. You know what this reminds me of? It's like watching someone slowly turn on a faucet while the drain is already clogged. Eventually everything overflows and gets messy. My honest opinion, this is economic suicide for any project, and I can't understand why Pi's team thought this was a smart strategy. The math simply doesn't work when you're flooding the market with supply while demand is already weak. This is where I get seriously frustrated with Pi Network, and you know I usually try to stay neutral about projects I cover. But come on guys, after all these years of promises, the core features are still not working properly. The KYC process is moving slower than my grandmother learning to use TikTok. The V23 upgrade has been coming soon for what feels like forever. And don't even get me started on the complete mainnet decentralization that was supposed to revolutionize everything. You know what this screams to me as someone who's analyzed hundreds of crypto projects? Either they're completely out of their depth technically, or they're prioritizing the wrong things, and both scenarios are absolutely terrifying for anyone holding Pi. What makes me even more angry is watching newer projects that launched years after Pi already shipping working products, getting listed on Binance and Coinbase, and building massive real-world adoption. You know why this hurts so much? Because Pi had every advantage possible. First mover status, a massive community, and years of development time. Yet here we are watching projects that are barely 2 years old completely lap them in every meaningful metric. In my opinion, Pi Network has wasted one of the greatest opportunities in crypto history, and that's not something you can easily recover from in this fast-moving industry. Now this is going to sound harsh, but you know what? When I polled crypto experts I respect, about 50% of them genuinely believe Pi could hit zero by 2026, and after doing my own analysis, I'm starting to see why they're not crazy for thinking this. Look, I've watched projects with way better fundamentals than Pi completely vanish from the market when they couldn't deliver on their core promises. The biggest issue I see is the complete lack of real-world utility, and I mean actual use cases that regular people can benefit from today, not hypothetical scenarios that might happen someday. The adoption numbers are honestly embarrassing when you stack them up against other blockchain projects from the same era. You know what really breaks my heart? This community used to be one of the strongest in all of crypto. I remember when Pi Network trending topics would dominate Twitter for days. Now, the engagement is dying, the forum discussions are getting more negative, and even my own comment sections show people are losing hope fast. My take on this situation is simple. In crypto, when the community loses faith, the project typically follows them straight into the ground, and we're seeing early signs of that happening with Pi right now. Let me be brutally honest with you about what the charts are telling me, and you know I've been doing technical analysis for over a decade. The current support around 34 cents looks weaker than a house of cards in a hurricane. If Pi breaks below this level, and honestly I think it's more of a when than an if, We're looking at panic selling that could drive the price down to 20 cents or even 30 cents range faster than you can say diamond hands. But here's the scariest part that most people don't understand. Once negative feedback loops kick in, where falling prices create more selling pressure, which creates more falling prices, you get into a death spiral that's nearly impossible to escape. Buyer interest in Pi is drying up, its chart signals deeper losses, and rivals are racing ahead while it struggles with basic KYC. Don't invest more until there's clear progress and keep holding small. Hope for a turnaround, but prepare for the worst. You know what gives me a tiny bit of hope? The cryptocurrency market has a legendary history of dramatic reversals, and I've seen projects that looked completely dead come back stronger than anyone imagined. However, here's what Pi Network absolutely must do right now. They need to stop making promises and start delivering actual results that users can see, touch, and benefit from immediately. My realistic assessment? They have maybe 6 to 12 months to prove they're serious before even their most loyal supporters give up completely. You know what? After analyzing every piece of data, studying the technical indicators, and listening to expert opinions from across the industry, it's crystal clear that Pi Network is facing an existential crisis in 2026. Whether the price hits absolute zero or finds a way to claw back depends entirely on the development team's ability to stop talking and start executing their vision with real, tangible results that create genuine value for the community. My final opinion on Pi Network? They've burned through most of their goodwill and credibility, but crypto is a space where miracles can happen if teams get serious about execution. The problem is we're running out of time for miracles and the market is running out of patience for empty promises. If this analysis opened your eyes to what's really happening with Pi Network, smash that like button because you know it helps more Pi holders discover this critical information they desperately need to hear. Drop a comment below and tell me honestly, are you planning to hold your Pi, sell it, or maybe even buy more at these low prices? You know I read every single comment and often create follow-up videos based on your questions and insights. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell because you know I'll be tracking Pi Network like a hawk and updating you the moment anything significant happens. Also, seriously go follow my Telegram and Facebook pages in the description because that's where I share the most valuable insights and connect directly with our community without any platform restrictions. You know what? Whatever you decide to do with your Pi investment, make sure you're making decisions based on facts and analysis rather than emotions or wishful thinking. The crypto market doesn't care about our feelings. It only rewards smart decisions and punishes poor ones. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll continue following this Pi Network saga together.